That's so sad.
I have to say, the whole thing sounded awful until I saw the actual footage. Now it's like, yeah, $10 a month, no problem.
Yeah, seriously.
Hey, Will, as an aficionado of hardcore and, quite frankly, disgusting pornography, what do you make of this?
Is there any other kind of porn? I mean, that's what porn is about.
Not for you.
It's about deviance. Look, porn, that ship has sailed. I mean, it's a free commodity. You cannot sell porn anymore. You have to look for some other shtick. And it's actually pretty fun to think about how can Playboy spin this as a business to actually make people buy porn. And you're going to have to work some story into it, like they're talking about here. I think the best version is HBO's Real Sex.
The Real Sex thing,
yeah.
But I don't see, I mean, Andrea, are you excited to finally have a naked TV channel aimed at women? Do women want this?
Well, I think Playboy's revenues have been dropping in the last couple years significantly, so they figure we got to open up. There's an entire other market. You know, 51% of the country is women. We're losing out on that market share. We got to do something. Frankly, I'm not sure that it's going to work, and they're in stiff competition with the porn industry. 260 websites go up a day for porn. They can get it for free. Why would they pay for this weird Playboy channel called TV for Two? Or I mean, that just sounds
More importantly,
strange.
was the stiff competition, was that pun intended?
It sort of was, but I thought I'd let you point it out.
Well, wait, Tanteris, you know your porn.
Jesse, I understand that you're a newly married man.
So everybody keeps telling me.
Yeah. Are you and your wife going to be enjoying some TV for two?
I don't know, maybe. Yeah, possibly. Not for $15 a month. It's free. You can just peep in Bill's window.
That's TV for
yeah, you're right. I didn't think that through. No, it does. It's like, really, come on, Playboy. Like, this is just occurring to you. Like, it's a little too late. You know, I mean, I don't know if you've been on the internet recently, but there are people doing things to horses that Charlie Sheen would not do in a shed to a whore with a fistful of nickels. So I'm just saying.
Don't limit it.
I actually have to take issue with you. I think Charlie Sheen would do those things in a shed to a whore with a fistful of nickels.
It's very possible. Yeah.
Bill, were you as amazed as I was to find out that Playboy TV still existed?
A little bit,
Yeah.
I had no idea. I remember the idea of it looking through pixels in the 80s.
Oh, is that right? That's what it was
opening
for.
to see.
Yeah.
That was the only time that nipple and only nipple mattered to you. I was sort of akin to what's going on with their magazine, right? Where they're having actresses appear in bikinis rather than the full Monty, just so to get them on and have them on the cover to begin with. Either way, nobody cares, said the World Wide Web. Playboy is a non-entity.
Isn't that cute and quaint how we used to watch Spectre Vision and the scrambled vision? Waiting for your 1 10-second moment.
Oh,
and now
yeah, it would always happen.
I can't believe you guys used to do that. Pathetic. Coming up, is this feminism? Oh yeah, it's feminism. I can't emphasize that enough. It's called empowerment, people. They take off their shirts to bring attention to their issue. I speak, of course, of the Ukrainian women's right group called FemMen, of course, which goes topless in support of women's rights. Recently, the group protested the case of an Iranian woman given a death sentence for committing adultery, but their focus generally is on the demeaning role of women in Ukrainian society. As one member puts it, their place is seen as in the kitchen or in bed. Says another of the increased police presence at the rally, it, quote, shows we are being taken seriously. Let's discuss this and other stuff in our lightning round, a.k.a.
Stories we sort of liked, but not enough to include earlier in the show, but still wanted to talk about, so let's really quickly do them now.
That's just a snappy title. I really like that. So, Will, they really showed them, didn't they?
Hey, really? What rights are Ukrainian women being deprived of? Wait, I take it back. No. They live in horrible conditions. Keep protesting, please.
Yeah.
Keep protesting.
Jesse, if it brings attention to their cause, why not, right?
Sure. Can I just really quickly say, like, if you're doing a lightning round, you want it to be fast. You probably shouldn't have the longest title that you could possibly come up with.
We do it ironically. We do it ironically.
Oh, okay. All right. So anyway, the women said that when Vladimir.
You know, it also would make the round faster is if you didn't comment on the really long.
I'm trying. There's more pressure.
God made you producer.
There's more pressure on this round for some reason. Vladimir Putin came and they held signs that said, "We won't sleep with Kremlin midgets." And I think that's one way to really appeal for tolerance and equal treatment.
But they will paint their faces, wear sweatbands, and grab fake flowers and run into a park to be taken seriously.
Right. Yeah. So do you applaud them for their efforts?
bravo, ladies.
I just think
bravo.
that-
That's how
I believe it's bravo.
that is how I get taken seriously. I don't know about you guys.
No, that's how Bill gets taken seriously.
I think we need some seriousness right
Well,
now.
Bill, which comes to the most important question. Why are topless protesters in the Ukraine pretty hot, but whenever that happens here in America, it's not people you want to see topless?
Yeah, it's always, for whatever reason, they're always in a subway in America, and they're always tripping over their own goods.
Yeah.
It is never pleasant.
Yeah.
But I will say, if you're protesting topless because you don't want women to be demeaned, isn't that sort of like shooting someone because you're anti-murder? I don't really get the parallel.
No.
Oh, all right.
Okay, next topic. A New Jersey pastor is ordering 50 married church officials to delete their Facebook accounts. The edict comes after about 20 couples from his Christian Fellowship Church have hit marital lows over the past 6 months after one spouse reconnected with an ex on Facebook. Will, is this fair? Shouldn't the pastor just stay out of it?
Yeah, or he should re-examine his message. Obviously, what he's preaching isn't quite breaking through if it can't keep them from the temptations of a website.
Yeah. Jesse, you're a recently married guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still.
Do you care? Maybe not by the end of this show.
Yeah, possibly.
Do you care what your wife does on Facebook? Does she care what you do on Facebook?
No, and I don't. I mean, I don't know. At least in our marriage, like it just seems like Facebook to me is just like an annoying self-promotion machine. That
Yeah.
everybody's. I'm in show business, so I don't even know that. But
Right.
that's what everybody says. Like it's always just every time I check my inbox, it's always like a invite to some 25-year-old open micer's birthday party in Michigan, or some Belarusian DJ who's going to be doing a discotheque in Serbia at 4 in the morning, or it's some pretentious Michael J. Fox looking who wants me to come to some ostentatious book signing at a vegan sake bar in Soho.
Once again,
Something like that.
Jesse, lightning round, Jesse, lightning round.
You gotta let them get those out.
I know, I
You
know.
gotta let them get those out.
Andrea, do women even understand what Facebook is for? It was formed for a place for guys to check out pictures of girls. It's still, that's what it is, right?
I guess so. I don't have a Facebook account.
Me neither.
But I would say that this pastor, I mean, isn't really, to your point, God the judge? Shouldn't he just stay away? I mean, if they're going to be tempted, they're going to be tempted. But
Right.
this guy should focus on a higher message, don't you think? Maybe he's trying to be God, Andy. Oh, wait.
Well, you've given me...
You don't believe in Jesus.
You've given me a lot to think about, Andrea, but unfortunately it's a lightning round, so I can't think of it now.
And Dana would like you to join his club.
Yeah. Are we moving on to the next story, or oh, we're just going to go straight to the tease, which is not in the prompter. So I'm just going to say, well, we're taking a break, and when we return, oh, it's mail time. It's time with mails. Excellent.
Mail time. Mail time. Mail time.
Hey, it's mail time. The address is redeye@foxnews.com. Send us something to read, and we'll read it, or we won't. Here we go. Louise from North Catasauqua, Pennsylvania, leads things off. I saw Andy on Closing Bell yesterday. I always realized he was very intelligent because of his sense of humor. I am certain now. Boy, was I impressed. What does he think the Fed is going to do? I am scared. Louise, thanks for saying that you were impressed with seeing me on Closing Bell and that it made you certain that I'm very intelligent. If only I'd ever been on Closing Bell. My guess is you're confusing me with Neil Cavuto. It happens all the time, especially around the holidays. As for what I think the Fed is going to do, well, I think it's fairly obvious that it's going to do your mom. No. David from Alexandria, Virginia writes in, please tell me how I can find out Andy's upcoming Fox News and Fox Business Network appearances. I happened to see him briefly one day on the Willis Report, and he was terrific as usual. Hey, David, thanks so much. That's really kind of you. Clearly, your mother raised you correctly, even if she now spends her days weeping quietly, wondering where she went wrong. Honestly, I'm getting really tired of it. If she didn't do that thing with her pinky toe, she wouldn't even be worth the effort anymore. You know, where she puts it up. I don't have to tell you. Anyway, the best way to find my Fox News and Fox Business appearances is to get 2 TVs and keep them tuned to FNC and FBN 24/7. Or you could just watch Red Eye every night and then Willis Report on Tuesdays, because that's it. Greg in Riverside, California, checks in with a letter to Greg. He says, the show just began, and the part where you and Andy speak Shakespearean gibberish to one another is really lame. I can't watch the show anymore if that's what you think your audience digs. I won't go out like that. First of all, Greg, God, what a stupid name. It's not Shakespearean gibberish, it's actually Shakespeare. And when you insult the Bard of Avon, you insult all of us, including Shakespeare's wife, the Avon lady. And you know what? You may not dig it, but your mom can't get enough of it. Seriously, it's actually getting annoying having to constantly say things like, love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Or, hear my soul speak, of the very instant that I saw you did my heart fly at your service. When really all I want to do is bang her. So you know what? You. And finally, Aaron from the land of Wah, a whiny land, says, I started watching a couple of months ago because I liked Greg on The O'Reilly Factor and Andy on Freedom Watch. Now something terrible and unnatural has happened. I'm starting to think Bill is funny. What's wrong with me? Aaron, I want you to listen carefully because this is very serious. I've seen this type of thing before where someone starts to think Bill is funny. Not very often, but it does happen. But don't worry, there is a cure. Now, since you're not here, the first thing you need to do is set up a video camera and press record. Okay, once you've done that, I'm going to need you to lie down either on your couch or preferably your bed, but just make sure you're comfortable. Now, you need to unbutton your blouse. Make sure you do it slowly and that you're looking straight at the camera the whole time. Once it's completely unbuttoned, just go ahead and take it off. Okay, great. Now, undo your skirt, roll over on your stomach. All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and slide that right off, too. Now, if you still think Bill is funny, and I suspect that you do, go ahead and take off your underwear. Once you're done, wait about 10 minutes before turning off the camera. Now, who am I kidding? 3 minutes is fine. Lastly, I need you to mail me the video you just made so I can make a complete diagnosis. Oh, or wait, even better, just give it to your mom to bring with her tomorrow night. We'll get this thing cleared up in a jiffy.
You're normally so asexual.
I'm trying to be helpful.
You're normally so asexual,
I
but
know.
rabidly hetero when it comes to letter time.
When people have a disease, I try to help.
Yeah, all right, well, we'll watch it together.
I'm a giver.
We'll diagnose together.
All right. We'll close things out with a post-game wrap-up from Dana Vachon. And to see clips of recent shows, go to foxnews.com/redeye. So this is the part of the show where I have to say you can see Bill on America's Nightly Scoreboard Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the Fox Business Network.
Thanks.
Yeah, I really wanted to do that. Coming up tomorrow on the next Red Eye, I might get to host again. We'll see. And we'll have return appearances from former CIA guy Mike Baker, FoxNews.com's Diane Macedo, and writer and bon vivant John DeVore. Time to go back one last time to Jesse Joyce's mortal enemy, Dana Vachon, for the post-game wrap-up.
Thank you so much, Andy. Will Kane, where are you headed, man?
As the famous Davy Crockett said, y'all can go to hell, I'm going to Texas.
Where in Texas? It's exciting.
I'm going all over, man. I'm going to Matagorda Island, Austin, and where I'm from, Sherman, Texas.
It's the only real country in the country.
That's right.
I say. Andrea, when can we watch you
Donna.
next? When can we watch you next on FNC?
America Live tomorrow at 2:30, and then special report with Brett Baer. I'll be on the All-Star panel tomorrow night.
Awesome. And Jesse, I hear you're going to be breaking from duties with the Karen Silkwood Memorial All-Man Indian Point to Plum Island snorkeling team to visit North Carolina.
You're right. I am extra from the movie School Ties.
Hey, what was it like to be routinely confused for a pedophile at age 9?
Oh, I don't. You know, it's probably the same way that you felt when you got teased in high school for wearing an ascot and a falconer cape.
I think that you got picked up for trying to pick me up.
It's probably. I'm going to be at Nut Street Comedy Club Friday and Saturday, so come out to that in Wilmington, North Carolina. And, you know, it's a good time. It's a nice club. It'll kind of remind you of the boathouse in Nantucket you lost your virginity in.
Yeah, actually, you know, I've had most of my unfortunate sexual experiences in North Carolina. I went to school there.
Oh, that's right, you
And,
did. Yeah.
So just, you know, to have you down there, it's like a Nuremberg rally for me. It's deeply painful to even consider.
Well, send the rest of your fraternity that murders homeless people in the woods to come out to see me.
Andy, there's nothing more that can be said.
That's it? That's all you guys got?
I got a quick
Seriously? Really?
Yeah, I have a
That was pathetic.
That was great. But
God.
watch Alfred Schultz. Listen to Alfred Schultz on EastVillageRadio.com tomorrow from 10 till noon Eastern Standard Time. He's like
Seriously?
me.
All right, we gotta go. Very special thanks to Andrea Tantaros, Bill Schultz, Jesse Joyce, and Will Kane. That does it for me. I'm TV's Andy Levy. I will see you tomorrow night.